Well, I would say the dispute with Poland is really, really, really grave, and it's the top concern. It's even more relevant, I would say, than the energy prices, which is sort of a crisis, which is sort of a come and go phenomenon. But this here is a very fundamental problem, because at stake is the relation between member states and the Union and the rule of law. And I think the EU has to insist on the fact that there is one European law that has to be applied, and we cannot accept as European Union that the rule of law is not applied in certain countries. Now, then you can have certain diplomatic questions of whether you want to focus more on dialogue or more on punishment. That's more a political or diplomatic question. But I think the principle that the rule of law is a unique rule of law in the European Union cannot be disputed, and that's what is really at stake.
Is there a way through here that can satisfy both sides? I was intrigued that Angela Merkel finally weighed in and gave the impression that the Commission needs to cool the language and perhaps needs to think about sensible solutions rather than direct confrontation. Is there a route through the woods?
Well, I think that's the question that everybody is asking, and I do think that dialogue is an important part of resolving this kind of conflict. A dialogue has been at the center of the conflict between Germany and the European Court when it came to the German bond purchase program. But the difference really at that time was that the German government was as appalled by the German Constitutional Court as the European institutions. Now it is really a fight that does not just concern the court, but it also really concerns the political system in Poland. And so dialogue, yes, but I mean, dialogue, if one side doesn't really want to cooperate, is also difficult. So I think this will be quite a complicated affair for quite some time for the European Union.